Look around you. Our towering skyscrapers, our satellites circling the globe, even the digital footprint of every single word I'm saying right now. It all feels permanent. It feels like we've finally conquered time. But what if I told you that if humanity vanished from the face of the Earth today? Within just a few million years, a mere blink in our planet, as history, every single trace of us would be gone. The steel would rust into dust, our concrete would crumble, and the slow, grinding dance of tectonic plates would swallow our cities whole. This leads to a haunting question that keeps scientists up at night. A question that challenges everything we think we know about our planet's past. Is it possible that we aren't the first? That millions of years before the first dinosaur, another humanity built cities, harnessed energy, and maybe even explored the stars, only to be erased so completely that we are walking on their graves without even knowing it? This isn't just science fiction. This is a real scientific thought experiment called the Silurian Hypothesis. And today, we're going to look at the chilling evidence that suggests we might be the second, or maybe even the third, intelligent species to call Earth home. To understand how an entire civilization could just go missing, we first have to wrap our heads around the sheer, mind-bending scale of deep time. Humans have had what we'd call advanced technology for maybe 200 years. We've been civilized for about 10,000 years. But the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. All of human history, from the first cave paintings to the phone in your hand, has only taken up the last 2 seconds. So, the big question is, what happened during the other 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 58 seconds? Now, let's imagine a civilization that lasted for 100,000 years. That's 10 times longer than our recorded history. Bathyphyte ended 200 million years ago. By now, their bones would be gone. Their plastic water bottles would be gone. Even their glass skyscrapers would be gone, ground down to sand by the relentless forces of geology. So, if their buildings and their bones have all disappeared, what could possibly be left? The answer isn't a thing. It's a chemical fingerprint. A techno-signature. Scientists Gavin Schmidt and Adam Frank, the brilliant minds behind this hypothesis, suggest we shouldn't be looking for objects. We should be looking for chemical clues left behind in the rock layers. Think about it. When we burn fossil fuels, we change the ratio of carbon isotopes in the atmosphere. We leave behind a layer of synthetic pollutants, microplastics, and even radioactive isotopes from nuclear tests, all of which settle into the mud at the bottom of the ocean. Eventually, over millions of years, that mud turns into rock. And this is where it gets really weird. When geologists look back at the rock record, they find these strange, sudden spikes. One of the most famous is an event called the Paleocene Thermal Maximum, or PETM, which happened about 56 million years ago. During this period, something dumped a massive amount of carbon into the atmosphere, seemingly overnight. Global temperatures skyrocketed. To a scientist looking at our planet's geology millions of years from now, our current human era, Anthropocene, would look exactly like the PETM. Was the PETM just a series of natural volcanic eruptions, or was it the industrial revolution of a species we've never met? But we don't always have to look back millions of years to find a gap in our memory. Sometimes, the mystery is hiding just behind the veil of the last ice age. Around 12,800 years ago, the Earth underwent a violent, unexplained cooling event known as the Younger Dryas. For decades, it was a mystery until we found the black mat. This is a thin layer of sediment found across 4 continents that contains high concentrations of platinum, melt glass, and nano. These aren't terrestrial markers. They are the fingerprints of a massive cosmic impact. Imagine a fragmented comet striking the North American ice sheets. It would trigger instant megafloods, literal great deluges that appear in the folklore of almost every ancient culture. If a global seafaring civilization existed, then built on the coastlines just like our modern cities, it wouldn't just have been destroyed. It would have been erased, buried under hundreds of feet of water and silt as sea levels rose nearly 400 feet. Are the stories of Atlantis or Noah just myths? Or are they the traumatic memories of a global reset button? If we want to find evidence of this missing chapter, we have to look at the things that refuse to decay. we have to look at the stone. When we look at sites like the Serapeum of Saqqara in Egypt, or the base of the Baalbek stones, we run into the precision paradox. Mainstream archaeology tells us these were carved with copper chisels and stone hammers. Yet, when modern engineers bring tools like surface plates and light gauges to these sites, they find tolerances within a thousandth of an inch. We are talking about 80-ton granite boxes, polished to optical flatness. Why expend that level of effort if you're just burying a bull? Or perhaps we are looking at the remnants of a machine age that used technology we have yet rediscovered, perhaps sound, vibration, or cymatics to soften stone. We assume progress is a straight line upwards. But what if human history is a series of peaks and valleys? What if we are currently living in the recovery phase of a much higher peak? Now, let's talk about the things we have found. These are often called out-of-place artifacts. In 1885, a worker supposedly found a perfect metal cube embedded inside coal, millions of years old. In 1936, a hammer was found encased in ancient limestone in Texas rock that was allegedly 400 million years old. While many are dismissed as hoaxes, some remain stubbornly unexplained. And here is another thought. What if a previous civilization moved beyond materials like plastic and steel? Maybe they used advanced biotechnologies. Perhaps their cities were grown, not built designed to be reabsorbed by nature. If that were the case, their footprint on the planet would be zero. The Silurian Hypothesis doesn't claim there was a previous civilization. Its point is more profound. It claims that we couldn't prove it, even if there was one. The geological record is like a book with most of its pages ripped out. It's a lesson in cosmic humility. We are like children who have moved into an ancient mansion and assume we are the first ones to ever live here, simply because we haven't checked the basement yet. Maybe deep beneath the ocean floor, or locked away under miles of ice in Antarctica, there is a single relic waiting to be found. A message in a bottle from a version of humanity that saw the stars and loved this world just as much as we do, before their time on the clock finally ran out. So, what do you think? Are we the first? Or is Earth a cosmic recycling bin for civilizations that think they are immortal? Let me know your wildest theories in the comments. If this video made you rethink your place in the universe, hit that like button. And make sure to subscribe for our next deep dive into the mysteries history forgot to mention.